Passage 1. Howling Success by Gary Bishop. Paragraph 1. In Yellowstone National Park, a gray wolf sends its eerie call into the wild. You might say that it's howling for joy. Paragraph 2. When you look at this photo and think about wolves, what words come to mind? Wild, scary, awesome. Paragraph 3. Over time, people have all kinds of feelings about wolves. Some people have admired and even worshiped them, but far too often people have feared or really hated them. Paragraph 4. In fact, many American pioneers disliked wolves. They worried that the predators would attack their cows, sheep, horses, or even children. So they killed every wolf they could. The US government even encouraged this widespread killing. As a result, by the mid 1900s, only about 400 wolves were still surviving in the lower 48 states. And notice you have one little number one. The subtitle, The Coming Back Begins. Paragraph 5. The things began to change in 1973. The Endangered Species Act became a law. It helped protect gray wolves and many other animals and plants that were in danger of becoming extinct. Paragraph 6. But it was enough just to protect the few remaining wolves? Wouldn't it be better to try to bring wolves back to some of the places they once lived? Many people thought so, and that's where this success story begins. The subtitle, Catch and Release, paragraph 7. Yellowstone National Park is one of the wildest places in the United States, but until a few years ago, something very important was missing: wolves. The ones that had lived there had all been wiped out. To set things right again, the U.S. government decided to bring wolves back to Yellowstone. Paragraph 8. The plan took off in 1995 when the scientists captured 14 wolves in Canada. Wolves were still plentiful there. Then they took the captured wolves to Yellowstone and put them into huge outdoor pens. As soon as the wolves got used to their surroundings, the scientists set them free in the wild. Finally, about 70 years, wolves were roaming in Yellowstone once again. Subtitle, Early Success, paragraph 9. Within a few hours of leaving their pens, the wolves made the first kill. It was an elk, a kind of huge deer that had been their favorite prey in Canada. The wolves, it seemed, very quickly making themselves right at home. Paragraph 10. Elk had been living wolf-free in Yellowstone for many years. Their herds had grown bigger and bigger. More young grew into adults. Even the old and weak herds members managed to survive longer than usual. But from now on, the wolves would help to keep the number of the elk under control. And in the picture says waiting game. As some wolves pace nearby, an elk finds safety in an icy stream. Later, the pack gives up the hunt to the bed down, while the elk dashes to safety. Paragraph 11. With so many meals and hooves, a little too again, running around, life was good for the wolves. Plenty of food meant they could raise plenty of pups. During the first year in the wild of Yellowstone, the wolves gave birth to a grand total of 9 little ones. Paragraph 12. Meanwhile, scientists captured 17 more adults in Canada and released them into the park in the spring of 1997. 9 different Yellowstone wolf packs had a total of 67 new pups. Paragraph 13. Scientists were going to capture and bring still more wolves to the pack, but With the wolf number already growing so quickly, they decided this was no longer necessary. The plan was working out even better than they had hoped. Tracking the packs, paragraph 14. Over the past 13 years, wolves have been thriving in Yellowstone National Park. Today, more than 170 of them scatter among the 11 parks there. Elsewhere in the West, wolves have made an amazing comeback too. Paragraph 15. But are the animals truly safe yet? Scientists are doing all they can to make sure they are. For instance, they're keeping track of the pack's movements and frequently checking the wolves' health. They're also watching the packs defend their territories, and they're studying elk and other wolf prey to see how they're surviving in a new kind of world, one where wolves often rule. Remember, in the paragraphs, you have a little one, lower 48. That means the continental states of the United States, excluding Alaska and Hawaii. Then you came across a little two, meals on hooves, a play on words referring to the program Meals on Wheels, that deliver meals to individuals at home who aren't available to purchase or prepare their own meals.